Hello, welcome back to another video. So today I have for you guys a speed puzzling bonanza extravaganza practice montage type of thing. So, if you guys didn't know, on the 14th of June, which is in about 2 days, there will be the Spanish National Championship, Speed Puzzling Championship. I won't be participating because when I had time to pick my vacation, I didn't know when it's gonna happen, and I couldn't get 3 days. Basically, they announced it too late. Next year, I will hope I can participate, and I'll ask the organizers if they can disclose the date sooner. But anyways, so I decided early on, because the speed puzzling is so popular in Spain, they have so many local competitions that I decided to do every competition on the first 2 months, okay? It's a bit clickbaity, but like January, February, and March, speed puzzling competitions, pairs edition, because they have lots more pairs of speed puzzling opportunities than for individuals. And what I mean by participating, I did go to one of them, but my travel situation is that I can't go physically. So what I did is bought all the puzzles they used, and I did them home for practice with my pair. So we could practice for worlds and, in general, just to do them and see how we stack up against the local competition, because, the World Jigsaw Puzzle champion is Spanish. And it's good to see there's lots of good people from Spain. So I will have some graphics next to the puzzles when we talk about each puzzle in each competition, how many participants there were, what was the time limit, how many people completed the puzzles, and that way we can gauge maybe, the participant level, we can gauge the difficulty of the puzzle maybe, have we been improving, maybe not, hopefully. The first puzzle I did was actually a competition that we went to. This was my first live competition that I participated, and it was a blast. It was just so much fun. I mean, if you love speed puzzling and you have an opportunity to go a speed puzzling competition, 100% recommend it. But yeah, so first competition we had this puzzle from Clementoni. It's called Butterfly Collector. And it's a very busy puzzle, and as you can see, you really need to have an eye for the details. So also in this competition, Alejandro participated. I didn't say hello, I was too shy. Too shy to take a picture, too shy to say hello, but he won the individual, and he also won the pairs category with Gisela. And we placed 20th in this competition. So not super amazing. The time limit was 1.5 hours. Only out of 45 pairs, only 23 completed, and we were in 20th place. So, we were cutting it close. I mean, I'm happy we completed it, because it's just, you go away with that feeling of accomplishment. So yeah, that was a hard puzzle, I think, not only for us, but for a lot of people, because a lot of people just didn't finish it. It was, I feel like, I will put also a time lapse of us doing the puzzle, because we did do it again, so I have some recording of it. But yeah, this one was a hard one. It's fun, it has a lot of fun parts, it's so busy, there's just so many little things, but it was just so hard, it was so stressful. And so that was the first puzzle. This competition took place on the 13th of January, first competition of the year. The next competition took place on the 27th of January. So I participated in one of them, actually, personally, but all the rest of them, I just purchased the puzzles and we did it with my pair to see how we stack up against a local competition. So the next puzzle was this Ravensburger puzzle. Also, another hard one. So this one, I had done it before, because when I started buying puzzles, I just really didn't know what to look out for. What is a good speed puzzling? Like, you don't know. Like, what's gonna be a good, easy image to make? So this one looked cool. It was on sale, so I bought it. And I did it one time, I think, by myself, maybe two times, I don't remember, and then we did it together. And I think we did actually much better than I expected together. Our final time together was 1 hour 12 minutes and 1 hour 12 minutes and 19 seconds. That would have placed us in 15th place, so not bad. But this is almost the most recent puzzle in this like championship series that we've been doing. So I think maybe we had been improving just the way we work together. Maybe it was an easier image for my partner, for me, as I had done it before. So yeah, I think we did good. That was a good time, I think. Honestly, my goal is to basically maybe get closer to an hour, considering that my partner doesn't puzzle. But we should be able to do all these puzzles in under 1 hour and 15 minutes because that's the time limit in World Championship. So anytime we get under 1 hour 15 minutes, amazing. Anytime we get closer to an hour, excellent. Okay, so yeah, that one was hard. They had 150 participants, and that's pairs, 150 pairs participating, and 60 pairs completed it in the time limit, which was 2 hours. So, pretty difficult. 2 hours is quite a long time, and only 60 pairs completing. Obviously, in these local competitions, the level is a bit lower, but like the top 10, they are people who, no, actually, a lot of people that may not be able to complete them even in time limit. They participate in a lot of competitions because it's just so much fun. It's like a big community event. You get to meet your friends that are into the same hobby as you. So yeah, pretty difficult puzzle. This one was pretty difficult. All right, so the next competition took place on the 3rd of February. So there, if you can see, so usually the competitions take place on weekends, and almost every weekend they have a competition. So across the 3 months, that's 12 weekends. Yeah, that's 12 weekends. So I don't have exactly 12 puzzles, but it was almost every weekend there was a competition. So if you really lived close by, like you have really easy opportunities to go to several of these during a month or during a couple of months during the summer when you break. It's really cool. It's really amazing. But yeah, so also in this Spanish competitions, local competitions, they don't only use Ramensburger puzzles. As you could see, there was a Clementoni puzzle. Now we have Educa. Educa is, or Educa, I guess is the proper name, is a Spanish brand. And we had this fun image that we speed puzzled. Probably one of the first puzzles that we did from the series, just because it was very easy to get. Some of these were kind of harder to get my hands on, but this one was very easy to get. So I got it pretty early on, so our times might be a bit affected by that. But let's see. We completed this puzzle 1 hour, 15 minutes and 55 seconds. So not the best. We passed the 1 hour 15 minute mark, but just by a little bit, just by a few pieces. This white background was just so difficult. There was very little detail to go off. Everything else I feel like was quite simple and we got through it very fast, but like the white background, I know, it really bogged us down. And so with this time, in this competition, we would have placed 21st. So yeah, you can see that our time, this was one of the first puzzles we made. They're not in chronological, we didn't make them in chronological order, basically. So some of the earlier competition puzzles we did later, so we maybe improved. But yeah, this one was pretty difficult. Fun image, really fun image. I really liked the really fun image, but the Educa cut, I'm not a big fan. It's so loosey-goosey. It's just so crumbly. Like if you weighed a section, you either had to slide it over the table or remake it from one place to another. So that's my biggest problem with Educa. They have really cool images, but just the crumbliness of the puzzles is just something I can't really get behind. I have a few puzzles from Educa and I love the images. I really love them, but I just go for different brands because I just don't like their cut. And they have some pieces that don't even lock together. They're just some wavy bit, which is their signature, I think. But yeah, cut? No, no, no. All right, so the next one is actually from the new collection, I think, the round puzzles. It's a series of 3 puzzles. It's called Little Sun, and this one is called Little Sun Feel. So this was actually used in 2 different competitions. So if you attended both of them, you had a leg up, I guess. The first one took place on 17th of February, and our time for this puzzle was 1 hour, 13 minutes and 19 seconds. So, under 1 hour 15, good. That's 1 thumbs up right there. And if we had participated in this competition, we would have placed 6th place. So that's pretty good. I feel like maybe this was a bit more like kind of casual competition because I didn't recognize any names from the list of participants. So I'm thinking it was a bit more casual than all the other competitions because, you can see like the Annas, the Turku brothers, Alejandro, Gisela, Soraya, they participate in a lot of local competitions. And in this competition, I didn't recognize a single name. So I think it maybe was the first time they hosted in this region or just a more casual vibe. But anyways, we would have placed 6th, which is pretty cool, pretty good. And it's under 1 hour and 15 minutes. So happy about that too. Also, you can gauge the difficulty of the puzzle or the level of competitors by how many completed. So in this competition, there were 45 pairs participating and only 19 completed this puzzle in the time limit, which was 2 hours. Time limit was 2 hours. I mean, this puzzle is not necessarily the easiest puzzle, but I also didn't think it was that hard. I guess whenever we complete a puzzle in under 1 hour and 15 minutes, I think it's quite doable. Because, I am into speed puzzling, but my partner is not. So we kind of balance each other out to become like really average. Really average. And yeah, this was, I guess, for the participants was quite hard because, so few pairs completed this puzzle. So the next competition took place on the 2nd of March. And it featured this super cute, I mean, I hadn't ever heard of this brand, Cherry Puzzy. Okay, they had super cute designs, super good feel for the pieces, like they're sturdy. It's not the most imaginative cut, they only have the 2 innies and outies pieces, apart from the edge pieces, but there are no false fits. They have really good cut, even for those standard pieces, like ribbon cut, I think it's called. I really like this image. I want to make this puzzle on my own sometime. I just really enjoy it. We completed this puzzle in 1 hour, 11 minutes and 43 seconds. That would have placed us 23rd. So, a pretty, when there's experienced participants for these local competitions, we always more or less land in the same place. But I really enjoyed it. And I'm waiting because this competition had an individual category, but I just couldn't get my hands on the puzzle until now, and I'm gonna do an individual version of this format, except it's gonna be much shorter video because barely any competitions have individual categories. They mainly have pairs and teams. So this one really amazing. In this competition they had 56 participants, and 41 completed it in the time limit. I think was 1 hour and 45 minutes for this one. So, pretty good. It's almost like majority of the participants completed this. So I think it was quite easy. It has distinct colors, textures, gradients, so pretty good. Enjoy this brand. Looking forward to completing the individual puzzle and getting more puzzles from this brand. Really, really great. Alright, so the next competition was on 16th of March and we're back to Little Sun Field. So like a week difference between the competitions, or 2 weeks, 2 weekends difference. And we, of course, we didn't do it again. So we keep the time. So in this competition with our time, we would have placed 27th. The level of participants, I feel like there was much stiffer competition in this one. And also I recognize a bunch of names from previous competitions, participants, winners, and worlds participants. So, you can kind of gauge the level of the competition by those names. Right, in this competition, there were 93 pairs participating, the time limit was 2 hours, and 77 pairs completed this puzzle in the time limit. 77! If you compare between the previous competition, where they featured this puzzle, and this one, like, the difference is huge. I mean, it could be that the same people who had participated in the first one also participated in this one. It's always easier to do the puzzle for the second time, but the difference is huge. So the level was 100% much higher in this competition. Alright, so we're on to the penultimate competition from this bonanza, and it was on the 17th of March. And you might recognize this puzzle because it was also featured in Vienna's Jigsaw Puzzle competition, not competition, it was just social event on Puzzlegram. And so you might have seen it, loads of people participated, loads of people did it, I did it also. I think 1 or 2 more times after. It's called Garden Visitors, and it's super cool puzzle. I mean, because it's busy, but not really that busy. It's kind of easy to recognize where things go. Our time for this puzzle was 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 25 seconds. So, not the fastest. A lot of people did this puzzle. Their times were amazing. I mean, individuals completed this puzzle way faster than we did it in pairs. So, in this competition, we would have placed actually 10th. So what it makes me think is that, the level maybe wasn't that high. Again, I don't really recognize any names from Worlds or from other competitions where you see these like really incredibly fast times. So, it still makes me feel good that we would have placed 10th, but yeah. Also, this competition had 57 participants. I mean, and when I say participants, I mean pairs participating, and 37 of those completed the puzzle in the time limit, which was 2 hours. 2-hour time limit to complete this puzzle. I think, again, it speaks for the level of the competition, I feel like, because I do think this is quite an easy puzzle. These puzzling events are meant for all levels of speed puzzlers, and it's like basically just like a really fun casual event that people go with their families, so I like comparing my times to see if I'm improving with last year's World's results, for example, but that's such a long time ago. For me, maybe it's better to achieve times closer to the people who are winning these competitions, because there are loads of good people in Spain, loads of good speed puzzlers. Alright, so now we've reached the last puzzle in this series, which the competition took place on the 23rd of March, so almost at the end of the month. And it's a Circles of Colors puzzle. It's called Ice Cream. It's loads of fun. I had done this puzzle by myself because I kind of enjoy the Circles of Colors series, and I'm kind of hoping, but not really, but I kind of hope to get as many of them as I can. But again, it's expensive hobby, but I have quite a few of them already. I think overall 10 Circles of Colors puzzles, maybe a bit less, but around 10. So I had done it by myself before, maybe even 2 times. I don't remember. So to me, it was already, I knew kind of like what stands out, how to do it. For my partner, was a bit more difficult because, round puzzles are more difficult. And this one is just the colors are all over the place, right? In the Little Sun puzzle, you kind of had blocks of colors. So there was yellow, there was blue was here, different texture blue there, black there, kind of more blocky. But here, colors kind of blend together. There's like tiny details between the ice cream balls, and it's a bit more difficult, I feel like. And our time for this puzzle was 1 hour and 45 seconds. So close to under an hour, but not there yet. With this time, we would have placed ninth. Actually, we would have placed ninth in this competition, which is pretty good. There were some familiar names, so I feel happy. I feel happy. Maybe it was we had improved, or maybe it was that I had done it the puzzle before several times and it was helping, and I was kind of like delegating the easier part that could be might be easier to put together for my partner. So overall, I was very happy with this finishing time. The competition had 49 pairs participating, and 35 of those completed the puzzle in the time limit, which was 1 hour and 45 minutes. So, pretty good, pretty good. I'm happy with the overall results from this whole experiment. I feel like we got to experience different cuts, different brands, and in general, it was just nice to see how we would do in these competitions if we were to participate. Because, we need to practice for Worlds. Worlds time limit is 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's actually quite fast if you compare. And there are loads of really fast puzzlers. This year's competition is going to be so stiff, it's possible that we don't even qualify. Like, we don't even pass the qualifying round with our time. So if we want to, we really need to step it up and practice more. I have to practice better, more, because I am the one that is the speed puzzler in this team. So have you guys participated in any live events, as in like in person? Have you gone to any in-person events for speed puzzling? Do you enjoy it? Do you want to go? Are you going to go to Worlds? Maybe you're gonna go participate in a Spanish National Championship. Let me know. I might even do recap videos on the Spanish National Championship because it's just so convenient. They're gonna stream the thing, and I don't know if they will have English cast, but if they don't, then I can do recaps. So it's gonna be loads of fun. We can see who comes on the top. There's like so much competition this year. Loads of people are coming out of, I don't know, woodworks, being so amazing. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, and meantime, I'll be puzzling.